it's Monica, and today I am here to do a new book haul. I'm so excited. I have so many books to talk about. I have a few different unboxings that I am very hyped for. And yeah, I guess I'll just get started. So to kick things off, I have not one, but two unicorn crate boxes to unbox and talk about. I have been really excited to try out this box because I love unicorns. I mean, I don't know, I just love things that are sparkly and magical, and that's basically, this book is like, I mean, this box is kind of like, from my understanding, the combination of that plus books. So really excited to see what is inside of these. So let's open it. Inside we have the little card that has Epic Journeys, which I am assuming is the theme for what was the September month's box. And then it also has a bunch of spoilers on the back of the card, so I'm not going to look at that. And then it has this really lovely purple paper. I love it. So inside we got the goods. First things first is what looks like a map. It is the realm of Middle Earth, and it is, oh my goodness, this amazing pillowcase. But this is fantastic. I mean, if you guys can see behind me, I love some decorative pillows, so I'm all about that. More decorative pillows in bookish subscription services, please. We have a little candle. I love candles. And this is from Half Oak Candles, and it's Narnia's Woods. Oh my gosh. That smells like Christmas. I love it. This is like a really lovely, woodsy, balsamy kind of scent. Like it smells like Christmas. Oh man, okay, I'm definitely lighting this. I actually might buy a full size of this. This is fantastic. Like, if this has a good sort of, like, if it can fill a room, I need this candle. I don't want to stop smelling it. The balsam is, like, my favorite scent, so into that, thank you. Then we have Into the Land of Unicorns Organic Herbal Tea. Got some tea, and this is green and white tea with senna leaves, blueberries, elderberries, jasmine, pearls, hibiscus, and cornflowers. That smells really good. I'm excited for that. All right, then we have Glow in the Dark Stars. Oh, yes. Okay, straight up glow in the dark stars. That is magical. Perfect. Thank you. Yes, I will be crafting something with that at some point. Then inside is this little keychain. This is also from Lord of the Rings, and it says, "Not all who wander are lost," and it has a little compass in it. I'm a big sucker for anything with a compass on it, so I'm a fan of that. And then, oh, this is adorable. This is an enamel pin from Penny Paper Co. And it says, "Let's be adventurers." And that's actually super cute. It like gives me Up vibes for some reason. Like I kind of feel like the little kid from Up would like wear this pin. I love it. Oh my gosh, I kind of want to wear it. Underneath we also have a really cute bookmark that has like one of those signs that points to different things, and each of them are pointing to like different magical places like Ketterdam, the Night Court, Ravka, Terrasen. I'm into that. We like that a lot. And then we have a letter from the author of this book, and then also a signed book plate. We have the book itself. This is amazing. Oh my gosh. I just have to, like, okay, we're gonna have to focus on you. A unicorn wax seal stamp. Oh my gosh. Why am I so in love with that? I don't know, but I love it. That's fantastic. I love that these are wrapped because it makes me feel like I'm opening a little present. So the book is Even the Darkest Stars by Heather Fawcett. This basically seems to be a atmospheric YA fantasy following two explorers who are going to search for this talisman for the kingdom. And I think that sounds really interesting. I don't think I've really read a book about like explorers and like in a fantasy realm. Plus, I love the fact that this is set in like a snowy world or like in a mountain range, just because, I don't know, it's that time of year. I want it's cold outside. I want my books to feel cold, give me that cold atmosphere, you know? I actually haven't heard of this, so if you've read this, please let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, because the book itself is really beautiful and the premise sounds right up my alley. In an attempt to break this up, I'm actually going to jump over to another unboxing. I am going to be unboxing my Page Habit box for the month, and this, similar to Unicorn Crate box, was also sent to me by Page Habit. Let us open up the Page Habit. I see something yellow. What are you? Yes! I feel like someone heard me, and it's another pillowcase. Yeah, that's amazing. It's like a library card, but a pillowcase. That is fantastic. This is nice. This is great. It's also very soft. Just like in every box, they give you a card that tells you a bit about the place that the Page Habit company is choosing to donate books to. For those of you who don't know, for every box that's sold, they donate books to a place in need. So this month for October, or I guess last month for October, they donated books to the Democratic Republic of the Congo. They donated to the Democratic Republic of Congo, and then they tell you about the area. They give you some stats about the area and reading and books, which I think is really, really awesome. Raising awareness for literacy and spreading literacy around the world and giving people access to books, I think is fantastic. So this is one of the reasons why I really love Page Habit. So big fan of that. A letter from the author. Before I get to the book, I want to talk about the different items. The first one, I'm like, okay, I thought it was a speaker at first. It is a tea, like if you have loose leaf tea, it is a little thing that you put the tea in so that you can soak it in your cup. So that is useful. And then the other item is a cute little pumpkin keychain. Do you like light up? I feel like you do so. Ah! Okay, yeah, it lights up. That was really cute. I like that. So the book this month is Last Star Burning by Caitlin Sangster. And this seems to be an Asian-inspired fantasy. Also seems to be very wintry. The other cool thing about Page Habit is that they annotate their books. So the author of the novel will go through and add different notes for different sections. So you can get some like extra bonus content or insight into their writing process, which I think is really cool. Okay, sorry that I just jostled you around. Camera died. But as I was saying, if you guys have heard of this book, please let me know your thoughts. I'd love to hear them because this is also a new one to me. As per usual, Page Habit also does they publish a short story by another author, which I think is very cool. So yeah, that is Page Habit. If you are interested in learning more, I'll leave links and stuff in the description box below. I also have promo/affiliate codes for both of these boxes. So for Unicorn Crate, it's just a promo code. I don't earn anything if you use one of those codes. It's just like if you want to use it. For Page Habit, I do. But you also don't have to use it. It's like $5 off. All right, now I'm gonna go through the second Unicorn Crate box. This one is dragons themed, and this is October's box. Something smells really good in here. Guys, there is a unicorn cookie cutter in this box. I can't. So yeah, that's adorable. Really excited for that. Going to have to make some unicorn Christmas cookies. So then we also have these cute little dinosaur earring studs that are absolutely, or not dinosaur, I'm sorry, dragon. Dragon, like dinosaurs, but more mystical. Dragon earrings, which is adorable. Yes, it's clearly a tote bag. Oh, cute. It says dragon eggs inside. That is adorable. Perfect for Game of Thrones fans. I am not a massive Game of Thrones fan, but my sister is, so that is going to her. This is, it literally calls itself an adorable size candle, and this is from diocandlecompany.com, and it is the scent Mother of Dragons, Citrus and Bergamot. That smells really good. That smells just very fresh and fruity, citrusy, clean. I like that. Oh my goodness. Got a bath bomb, and this is from Abyss Bomb? Oh no, Ocean Bubbles Bath and Body, and it is an Abyss Balm in the scent type Dragon's Blood. So it looks very glittery, which is always frightening when it comes to bath bombs because, you know, tub cleanup, but I love a good bath bomb, so I'm really excited for that. We got another cookie cutter, and this one is a dragon. That is fantastic. I can make dragon unicorn cookies. This is great. Then we have a print, which is really cute. It is from talesfantastic.com, and it is a print of a, looks to be a woman warrior going to slay a dragon. Fan of that motif. Got a couple of bookmarks, a sword, and a Mother of Dragons. I'm assuming that it's going to be a dragon book, but I feel like I'm like out of the loop of YA releases because I haven't heard of a dragon book. So letter from the author, signed book plate, and then the book, which is again lovingly wrapped. Oh, this looks familiar. This is The Last Namsara by Kristen Ciccarelli. This is about a girl who is the daughter of the king, and she has the ability that when she tells a story, they have the power to draw out dragons. So interesting. I do quite love all the gold foil. This is another one that I haven't heard a ton about. I feel like I definitely recognize the title of this one, but if you've read this one, if you've heard anything about this one, let me know your thoughts. I'd love to learn what you guys think. All right, so those are the bookish subscription boxes that I have received this month. Now I'm going to talk about the rest of the books. Next, I want to talk about a book that I purchased recently, and that is Dear Martin by Nick Stone. This was one of my most anticipated books of the year, and I picked this up at a new independent bookstore that opened up here in New York City called Books Are Magic. If you end up in the Brooklyn area of New York City, I highly recommend it. It's adorable. I'm just going to read the first sentence of this synopsis, which I usually don't like to do, but I kind of feel like it does a good job of explaining this book. Justice McAllister is top of his class at Brazelton Prep, captain of the debate team, and set for an Ivy League school next year. But none of that matters to the police officer who just put him in handcuffs. This book talks a lot about race relations in the US. It follows Justice as he is this kid who is, you know, just trying to live his life and succeed and is doing like all the right things, but because of the color of his skin is being targeted by police. I know that in it he specifically looks at the teachings of Martin Luther King Jr. and just looks at like, you know, do those ideas hold up today? And I'm really excited to get into this one. I've heard nothing but amazing things. I know one of my roommates, Kaylee, read this one and she really loved it too. So very excited to jump into this. Then I got sent a couple of books, and I have to talk about these because these are probably the best like bookish boxes that I've ever been sent by publishers. The first one is For the Empress by S.J. Kincaid. This is the sequel to The Diabolic, which was what I thought was a standalone sci-fi dystopian novel that came out last year, and I actually read it last year and I enjoyed it. I feel like ever since I've read it, I've thought about it increasingly more because there are some themes in that I think have just been politically kind of relevant this past year. But I remember enjoying that one. I don't remember exactly how it ends, so I have to like get someone to remind me. Don't post that in the comments down below though if you know, because I don't want to spoil other people. But this is the sequel to that, and that one was originally like pitched as a standalone, it read as a standalone, so I am really, really intrigued to read this one. The first one follows Nemesis, who is a diabolic, which are basically like kind of robots-ish people. She has been created and raised to be a murder machine. And it was a very, very brutal story. Like, I remember the first chapter, I think, like, opens up with her, like, as a toddler, like, just murdering all these people. It also is filled with, like, family drama, a ton of politics, and some romance. So I remember having fun reading it, but I definitely have to refresh my, like, just like what I thought about that book and how it ended. But yeah, really excited when I got this because I didn't realize that they were going to be doing a sequel. And this was amazing because inside they included like 3 different bath bombs and a candle. And I was just like, listen, that is just a night of relaxation, sorted, which is, I feel like, definitely necessary for this book because the first one was high stress. I imagine this one is going to be too. The next book is one of my most anticipated releases of next year, and I was so excited when I got this box in the mail, and it is The Bells by Danielle Clayton. I really enjoyed Shiny Pretty Things, that like ballerina book that she wrote. I really enjoyed that one, so I'm super excited to jump into this book. So basically this takes place in a place called, I'm assuming you pronounce it Orleans? Or I mean it's spelled like New Orleans, but I don't know. It has like an accent on it, so I don't know how you pronounce it. But it takes place there, and it follows this girl who is a belle, and basically beauty is like the most important thing in this world, and to have beauty, only a belle can like give beauty to other people, and so like beauty itself is power, and so I'm really intrigued by this one. This is like one of my most anticipated reads for next year, so I was so excited when I got this in the mail. And then this one came in this really cute package that had like a mask and a little like pouch and mirror, so I thought that was adorable. But yeah, really excited for this one. Oh, and also some macaroons. I love me some macaroons. They're gone. I ate them already. I ate them the second I opened that box because I am macaroon trash, or macaron, whatever. So, book of the month. The first book that I was most excited to get in this month's box is Kristen Ritter's Bonfire. This is a mystery thriller novel. This is basically a story of this woman who has left her small town and has moved to Chicago and is very much so put that in her past, and then she ends up getting called back to her small town to help investigate some company from her town. And it's supposed to have lots of twists and turns and sort of explore the past, like how your past and present can intersect. So I'm intrigued for this one. I don't really want to know much. Like I feel like the thing about synopses for mysteries is that they can't really tell you that much. But I've heard really good things from everyone who has read this one so far, so I'm very excited to pick it up. Then we have Tom Hanks' short story collection called Uncommon Type. I love this cover, by the way. I didn't realize Tom Hanks was coming out with a short story collection. I have a great love for Tom Hanks. I'm really excited to jump into this and see what I think of Tom Hanks' writing. I don't know if this is like his first book. I didn't realize that he wrote, so I'm really excited for that. I love Tom Hanks as an actor, so I was excited to see that he was getting into books. Maybe he's already been writing books and I've just been not paying attention. Excitingly, they also included Artemis in this month's picks. I actually have an arc of Artemis, but I'm going to gift that to a friend because now I have a hard copy, and I'm so excited for this because I love Andy Weir, I loved The Martian, and I'm so hyped to read this one. If you don't know, this is a heist novel that takes place on the moon. Yes. Next is Future Home of the Living God by Louise Erdrich. This sounds very intense. It takes place in the nearest future, and evolution has stopped and people basically stopped being able to have children, and it's about this one woman who is just sort of trying to get from point A to point B in this new world. And it talks about like how in the like parking lot of a mall, like she sees a woman who is visibly pregnant being abducted. So I'm really intrigued for this one to see like what themes it ends up exploring. I think this is the literary fiction pick for the month, so very intrigued for that. Then lastly is The Rules of Magic by Alice Hoffman, and this is the prequel to Practical Magic, which I have not read, but I have seen the movie, and the movie is one of my favorites. It stars Nicole Kidman, and oh man, Sandra Bullock. And it's basically about these two sisters who are told that if they ever fall in love, the person they fall in love with will die. It's like this family curse. And this is the prequel to that story of them growing up. I'm really intrigued for this. I have to like do some research to see if I have to read the first book in order to read this one. But I do love, I am 5. But I do love Practical Magic, the movie, so I want to read it, but maybe I should just get Practical Magic, the book, and read that one finally, probably. And then lastly, I have a set of books that I requested from a publisher. Which publisher are you? And then lastly, I have a set of books that I actually requested from Simon and Schuster. And they were kind enough to send me them. The first one I've already read and loved, and that is The Long Way Down by Jason Reynolds. This novel is told in verse, and it basically follows Will, whose older brother Sean is shot at the beginning of the story, and he has to follow the rules, which are basically that if someone hurt someone that you love, if they kill someone that you love, then you have to get revenge. And so he takes an elevator to go shoot this person that he has decided is the one who killed his brother. And on each floor that the elevator stops on, a person who has died from his past or who he has known in his life gets on, and from gun violence, and like basically has a conversation with him. I'm making it sound really, really preachy and not good at all. It's not how this book is. It's beautiful and so incredibly timely, and I just absolutely loved it. Definitely recommend it. I usually don't like books written in this format. I usually find them really hard to connect with. I did not have that issue with this book. So yeah, I really liked this a lot. Then we've got Bad Girls with Perfect Faces by Lynn Weingarten. This follows a girl named Sasha whose best friend Xavier ends up getting back together with his cheating ex-girlfriend, and so she ends up posing as a guy online to try and frame or prove that Xavier is making a bad choice. But apparently it goes really, really wrong. Like, it goes very dark and twisted kind of wrong, and I'm just very intrigued. Like, I want to know what happens in this story. So yeah, I heard that it's very dark and twisty, kind of thriller, YA thriller, so I am intrigued. Next, I have The Nowhere Girls by Amy Reed. This was another one of my most anticipated books for this year. This follows 3 girls who, one of them is the new girl in town, and they're basically seeking revenge for the fact that former teen girl resident was chased out of town after accusing a group of guys for raping her. So this book looks at rape culture, especially in high school, and it's about the 3 of them sort of seeking justice for this girl who was chased out of town. And I'm very, very, very excited to read this one and intrigued to see how it handles the subject. I also am a very big fan of this cover. And then the last book is An Enchantment of Ravens by Margaret Rogerson. It's about a human girl who is a painter, and she is tasked with the role of painting a fae, like prince, ruler type of person, and she ends up painting him looking human, or looking like he has human emotions, and the guy gets mad, and she is like kidnapped and taken to his world as punishment. And this has gotten a lot of comparisons to A Court of Thorns and Roses, but I've heard a lot of people say that if you didn't like A Court of Thorns and Roses and some of the problematic aspects of that one, you might really like this one. So I've been very, very intrigued for that, and also it's stunning. And that is my book haul. Definitely let me know if you've read any of these. I'd love to hear your thoughts. My battery died again as I was giving my sign off, but basically I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for watching, and let me know if any of the books that I shared in this book haul were ones that you've read that you liked or didn't like. Let me know your thoughts. If there are any that you particularly want me to talk about in a future video, let me know and I'll make sure that I do that, and I'll talk to y'all next time. Bye!